Hi everybody, it's time for us to look at our weekly market snapshot and find out what's going on in the West Village in this crazy market. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. Also, check out the description box for all sorts of ways to get in contact with me directly, including a link to schedule a consultation so we can talk all about your home goals. Okay, let's get into it. Let's pull up our chart from Urban Digs, our friends who produce these wonderful charts for us. And let's talk about what's happening. All right, you're going to see that we have a market pulse of 0.51. Now, this is like a barometer. The closer it gets to 0, the more we're in a buyer's market. The closer it gets to 1, the more we're in a seller's market. So we're considering this for the West Village a buyer's market, just barely, but oftentimes the village is always a seller's market. So for the fact that it is in a buyer's market right now is a pretty big deal. We have an active supply of 133, that's up from last year. So we have a pretty healthy amount of inventory. But look at this, the pending sales, the things in contract, is actually down almost 20% from last year. Only 73 things in contract. Now, the West Village is very competitive. It's usually a seller's market, so we usually have quite a bit in contract and very tight inventory. So this is very interesting what's going on here. The negotiability is the amount that a buyer can expect to get off the asking price, the discount. 3.7, and that's up 48% from last year. Again, because the West Village is usually so competitive, there's usually very little, if any, negotiability that can happen. Oftentimes you're in a bidding war and you're going to pay more than the asking price. But there's negotiability here right now. 49 days on market, that's down from last year, so it's just taking slightly longer at this time to sell something. And our median sales price is actually down 31%. It's at 1.35 million. So what does this all mean? Well, right now, sellers are understanding in the West Village, it seems like, that the interest rates have gone up, that buyers are a little cautious and what have you, and maybe they're beginning to get the message that the prices have to come down a little bit. They're not going to come down a lot in the village, but it does seem like they're coming down a little bit. We've got a good amount of inventory out there, but not a lot of people buying right now. That's going to affect the negotiability, and it's going to affect the prices. So right now, we're sort of in this perfect storm of sellers looking to see what's going to happen with the market and can they get the prices back up, or do they need to decrease their price, or do they need to keep a higher price but really work on the negotiability there. And buyers, it's a great time, especially in the West Village, for you to get out there and see what kind of deal that you can get. More inventory than contracts, that means you're going to have more to look at. You're going to have the potential to have a higher negotiability rate and maybe even a lower price. All right, that's what's going on in the market in West Village. And please hit the subscribe button. Take a look at that description box on how to get in touch with me, and I'll see you next time.